Good morning, Saturday, February the 8th. What we got on hand for us today is a minivan vehicle interior. We're going to be getting the leather, and we're also going to be getting the carpeted floorboards and the floor mats. As you can see, these carpets ain't dirty at all, and the seats aren't in too bad a shape. It's got one little spot back here with a little stain, but we'll be taking care of that and cleaning this thing up, climb in here, and show you. You can tell little kid sits right there and kicks all up against the back of that. So we'll be taking care of all that and cleaning it up and getting back here. All right, this yellow brush that we're using right here, it actually, when we spray the pre-spray down, we get the yellow brush to kind of break up the soil and also to work the pre-spray deep into the fibers. And you can see I'm using the upholstery tool with the internal jet sprayer, but I'm fixing to switch it up and actually get the mighty upholstery tool. And the reason why I switched it up is, for one, the other one was just kept catching to the towel, and also the fact that the mighty upholstery tool, in my opinion, just cleans a little bit better when it comes to floor mats. I use the internal jet sprayer when I'm doing upholstery or if I'm doing vehicle interior seats that are not that dirty. I really like it because of the fact that it doesn't overspray. But when it comes to the Mighty Upholstery Tool Light, I think that's the name of it. I have to double check to be sure. Um, it just does such a good job of really spraying down and getting deep into the fibers to break up that soil um, better than I think the internal jet sprayer does. And again, like I said, this is just for vehicle interior, like floor mats or really dirty seats. I'll use it, and I just decided to keep using it right here because there wasn't any fear of any type of overspray. And originally, I started off with about 300 psi. I realized it, so I had to go back and switch to 150. I think is what I lowered it down to. Again, these floor mats here, they're not very dirty. As a matter of fact, there's hardly any dirt on them at all. And the only reason why I used the rotary brush to break up the soil was because there was a lot of sand in these seats and stuff and in these floorboards. There wasn't much up here, so I didn't use them. There was like some sort of stain right there. You could see it kind of on the bottom floorboard. And I treated it at first with the gel break, and as you can see right there, it didn't really come that loose, or didn't take care of it. So I thought it might have been rust. So I put some rust remover on it later on. Right there, you can see it. That's the rust remover, but it still didn't quite get rid of it. So to be honest with you, I'm not sure what that was, but either way, it was the only issue that we ran into that we couldn't take care of in this. And again, there's the rotary brush now that I'm using, and I'm using it not really because it's dirty, but rather because there's a lot of sand uh, in the floor mats, and I'm using that to break it up and to basically to suck it all up. And this is the driver area we're cleaning. You're about to see the camera fall in just a second. There it is. So I just decided to hold it. So it's a little shaky right here in this section, so it won't last long though. And right here, these are the mats that they had on top of the floor mats. And I decided just to clean them with the upholstery tool. Since I had it out already, just going over it with the rotary brush. Typically, though, I would just clean these with the pressure washer. It's a lot easier and it cleans I wouldn't say a little bit better, but it does clean it. And this drill brush I got off of Amazon. They're pretty cheap on there. You can also find them at Chemical Guys, or I'm sure they sell them at other places. But I just got off mine off of Amazon. And just for the record, those drill brushes are worth their weight in gold. I highly recommend them if you do any type of vehicle interior. It's really good at breaking up the soil and getting your pre-spray deep into the fibers, and they're perfect for mats like these also. And now I'm just kind of going through and looking at the floorboards and the mats that we cleaned. You can see they come out good, which is, again, they weren't really that dirty to begin with. What I'm doing right now is I'm spraying down the cleaner, and I'm going to work it in with the horsehair brush, which is safe for leather. It's actually made for leather cleaning. I bought it from Chemical Guys, and it's one of my favorite brushes. It really works into the pre-spray into the leather and breaks up that soil. You can see there how clean it's coming on the top, and the top wasn't really, usually the top of the back of the seats isn't really that dirty. It's the bottom of the seats where your jeans and stuff are at that gets the most soil. And I'm just wiping it down with a microfiber cloth. And you can see when I show it in just a second, it's not that dirty, but it really shows the dirt in just a second when I get the bottom of the seat right there that I'm working in the pre-spray. I let it sit for probably 5 or 10 minutes. I paused the video while I let the spray work in. Some people don't like using the horsehair brush, and they prefer just using the cloth. I prefer doing the two-step process of going through it with the brush first, and then secondly, wiping it down with the cloth. I think it does a lot better. And there's the back seat, the very back seat that I cleaned earlier, and you can just see just how much better these seats are looking. The neutral cleaner that I use works really well. And here I am cleaning the front passenger seat, and you're going to see the camera fall in just a second. And, well, there it goes, right there. Falls down, so I have to hold it by my hand, so I apologize for that. It's a little shaky, but again, using the cleaner to clean and the horsehair brush to work it into the leather. And not sure what's going on right here. Just blacked out for a few seconds. And we're waiting. We're waiting. Waiting. It's about to come through. There we go. Get a good shot of my pants and my tennis shoes. And we're back cleaning. Working the leather in. I had to let that sit for a few minutes. And then ran out of microfiber towels, so I had to grab the terry cloth towels, which do just as good. And actually, as a matter of fact, I think it picks up more soil using it than the microfiber. So that's a little mental note there for future reference for myself. And right here I am working on the driver's seat, just spraying it down. And obviously this is going to be the dirtiest of all, but you'll see in just a second just how dirty it is when I show the cloth tiles. And just look at how much soil it picked up. I actually had to clean it 1 or 2 more times after this. Didn't record it just to really make sure I got all the soil off of it. And you can see just how much dirt it picks up off of these leather seats. And again, you look at these leather seats and they did not look that dirty, but it just goes to show you just how much regular cleaning is important, not only to the life of your leather, um, but also just for the appearance also. And here I'm applying the conditioner. I like using Chemical Guys. The reason why I like using them, it's simple to apply. It doesn't smell bad. It smells actually quite good. And then also, I get a lot of good reviews from it, from the seats not being too slick when you sit on them. And again, the smell and the appearance of it, it really does a good job. I like their product a lot. And you can see we're completely done with the van. I mean, it looks so much better. The seats look a ton better, especially right in there. There was a dirt stain in that one seat that we were just looking at. And that came up completely in these seats. I was pretty impressed with the results from the products we used today. Everything turned out good.